are incredible keepers of the rich savanna grasslands. Maharashtra has always been home to them, providing prized breeding grounds for these priceless canines. This particular pack was a very lively group with remarkable pack dynamics. For over a year, they gave an incredible peek into their life cycle, even bringing in a new generation in a place they call home. Hence, their downfall was heartbreaking, especially for the people who had been observing them.
एक पिल्लू म्हणजे जे आम्ही इतके दिवस ऑब्झर्व करतोय आणि इट्स अबाउट टू गो नाउ. सो त्याच्या आधीचे ते डिस्ट्रेस कॉल्स नाही ऐकू शकत.
CDV has been around for a very long time. There are outbreaks where you see them, you see the incidence, the occurrence is higher at particular times of the year. Otherwise, I mean, the virus has been prevalent and around for decades.
जशी कोविडची लाट येते तशी त्याची एक लाट येते आणि ज्यामध्ये वुल्फ सगळ्या कॅनिड्सला त्याचा धोका राहतो.
In CDV, mortality is almost 100%. Once it's in that locality, it will spread very quickly.
So what's really important to know is that it affects animals and it doesn't affect people, and that is why it is not given as much importance.
Wolves we've been tracking since 2007 or 8.
कारण वुल्फ्सला बरेच प्रॉब्लेम्स येत आहेत जे आपण बघितल्याशिवाय किंवा काहीतरी डॉक्युमेंट केल्याशिवाय ते कोणाला पण प्रूव्ह करू शकत नाही.
There are multiple problems.
एक तर एक्सप्लॉयटेशन ऑफ हॅबिटॅट म्हणजे मास डिस्ट्रक्शन होत आहे, डेव्हलपमेंट येतात, नवीन प्लॉटिंग स्कीम्स येतात ग्रासलँडवर.
But the problem that comes the closest to them is obviously free-ranging dogs.
The free-ranging or feral dog is the one which does not have direct dependence on a human feeding it. It's just very difficult to capture free-ranging dogs in open landscapes or even in forest areas.
There's always disease transfer that happens in between dogs and wolves. We have seen packs getting wiped out before, and the next pack would be found within a couple of years. But this is totally stopped for last 4-5 years because of the kind of roads that we have built in. These populations are getting isolated. Any deadly disease like CDV or rabies has potential to wipe out the entire population because it spreads quickly. We may actually see local extinction of animals.
4 ते 5 नक्की गेले. बाकी बॉडीज मिळाल्या नाही, सो काउंट काहीच सांगू शकत नाही. हे आता आम्ही बघितलं म्हणून आम्हाला कळालं, पण असे किती पॅक्स वाईपआउट झालेत हे कोणाला माहीत पण नाही आहे.
यामध्ये सगळ्यात पहिले अल्फा मेलची डेथ झालेली आम्हाला बातमी कळाली. त्यानंतर बाकी लांडगे दिसायचे बंद झाले होते त्या एरियामध्ये. आम्ही बरेच दिवस फॉलो किंवा सगळ्या एरिया बघितला, पण एक पिल्लू आणि एक फिमेल कंटिन्यू दिसत होते. त्यानंतर डायरेक्ट एक दिवस रेस्क्यू कॉल आला. केजमध्ये स्टेबल करून आम्ही ॲम्ब्युलन्स घेऊन निघालो. त्यावेळेस अर्ध्या रस्त्यात आलो आणि अचानक पिल्लू खूप जोरात ओरडलं. इवन टेबलवर जेव्हा ट्रीटमेंट चालू होती त्यावेळेस त्याने जोरात आऊल केलं होतं.
And then he was getting seizures, and he had 2 seizures, and then at the second one he perished. And it's a horrible death. The animal is completely out of control. You know, it's like having a seizure, and it's frothing and foaming, and it's a really horrid death for an animal.
Wolves were primarily hunters. They're the apex predators in the food chain. But for last few years, their dependence is growing more on cattle carcasses and recently on poultry waste.
कार्कसेस आणि पोल्ट्रीवर हायना, जॅकल, फॉक्सेस, जंगल कॅट सगळेच राहतात. आता ग्रासलँडमधले जे कार्निव्हर्स आहेत ते सगळेच पोल्ट्री किंवा कार्कसेसवर येतात. तो सेम फूड सोर्स असल्यामुळे त्याच्यातनं ट्रान्समिशन होऊ शकतं. मोस्टली सलायवा म्हणजे लाईक इफ अ डॉग कम्स अँड टेक्स अ बाईट ऑफ द कार्कस आणि तिकडनंच वुल्फ किंवा जॅकल खाणार आहेत ते.
And if dogs form pack of substantial size, like more than 4-6 dogs, then they will attack anything that comes close to the carcass, even leopard, and chase it away and take over the carcass entirely. But over the den sites, our observation is exactly opposite. When wolves have young ones, at that time they are very protective. They are actively biting the dogs. Otherwise, they'll avoid any kind of competition or any kind of risk of injury.
पलीकडनं 2 कुत्रे त्यांना बघत होते कंटिन्यू आणि ते ह्यांच्यावर चार्ज झाले आणि या साईडनं अल्फा फिमेल, सब ॲडल्ट फिमेल आणि अल्फा मेल हे तिघं एकत्र पिल्लांच्या रक्षणासाठी त्यांच्या अंगावर धावून गेले आणि हे इंटरॅक्शन सगळं आमच्या समोर झालेलं आहे आणि यामुळेच तर CDV पसरतो.
सो ऑब्झर्वेशनप्रमाणे पहिले आम्हाला ट्विचिंग दिसलं. डेनच्या बाहेर बसून कंटिन्युअसली ट्विच करत होता.
There's eye discharge. There are pustules on the underbelly. You can see hardening near the nose. There's hardening on footpad as well, but that's not visible. These are some of the signs that are rather difficult to spot on field. What we observed consistently in this CDV outbreak was animals were getting tired and they were sitting constantly, and there is excess salivation, so they kept on licking their faces a lot.
They are disoriented or uncoordinated, often landing up in road accidents and those kind of things. But once it starts showing nervous signs, which means the virus has basically gone to the head, and that's when it's almost at a point of no return. Treated early, the animal may still survive and in fact have immunity for life.
So alpha female अजून जिवंत आहे.
The pack had an alpha female who was elder to all the other wolves. We can say that at some point of time she was exposed to CDV before and she developed immunity for it, and it stayed with her. That's how she got through.
So vaccinating wild animals is it does not make sense.
It's very difficult trapping wild animals twice. आणि हे वॅक्सिन लिटरली 3 weeks नंतर परत द्यायला लागतं. म्हणजे फर्स्ट डोस त्याच्यानंतर 3 weeksनी सेकंड डोस.
It's too resource heavy. It is not implementable. While in an ideal world it sounds great, it is not executable on field.
मोठ्या नगरपालिका किंवा दौंडसारख्या ठिकाणी सुद्धा इव्हन कुत्र्यांची समस्या असेल तर या गल्लीतनं कुत्रे उचलायचे आणि लांब फॉरेस्ट एरियामध्ये कुठेही नेऊन सोडून द्यायचे. हा सगळ्यात मोठा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. वाईल्ड लाईफ सेंच्युरीजमध्ये सुद्धा फेरल डॉग्स एंट्री करतात आहेत. त्याचं कारणच आहे.
I think there need to be policy level changes with respect to how dog populations are managed in urban areas, peri-urban areas, rural areas and forest areas. So there is treatment for canine distemper virus because there are tests available, accurate, reliable tests that are available for CDV. They can be saved, and especially when you're talking about species like wolves that are already threatened in this landscape, every single one counts.
दुःखद तर खूप आहे, पण यातनं आपल्याला इथंच न थांबता ह्याचीच ऊर्जा घेऊन इतर लहानग्यांना वाचवण्यासाठी काय करता येईल याच ऊर्जेवर आम्ही पुढे आहोत.
नाही, उलट अजून जास्त मोटिवेट झालो. बाकीच्या पॅक्सला प्रोटेक्ट करायचं आहे. एक पॅक गेला म्हणून यू कॅन्ट जस्ट सिट डाऊन. यू हॅव मेनी मोर पॅक्स, यू हॅव टू मॉनिटर देम.